Salve, quam vos, from the Greek Isles.
Day 2 of our imagination camp. Mythology.
Our first activity today are laurel wreaths. And laurel wreaths are a symbol of triumph, and they were used for victors in the Greek Olympics as well as war heroes by the Romans.
What we're going to need today for our supplies are, we're going to need, what the library will provide you is some paper plates, some construction paper, so you can cut out your laurel leaves, and a stapler, glue or tape, and we can then get started. You're going to then cut out your leaves. You're going to need about 20 to 30 leaves, depending on how you put them on your plate. I had put a stapler in there just to help get started. And then you can kind of glue them as you go around. You can just leave them plain leaves like this. Or you can take a pencil or this marker that we have here and kind of curl the leaves up if you want to get fancy. You're going to want to continue to do this around as you go. And once you get to the back, you're going to want to switch so that the leaves are still going towards the front. So you're going to want to make sure that your leaves are pointing always to the front here like this. So when you get about at the halfway mark, all your leaves are going to be pointing this way. And then you're going to switch them so they can start going this way around. When you are done, you'll have a nice floral wreath like we have on our heads right here, or like we have here. And you can wear them and pretend to be Roman nobles or victors at the Olympics. For this project, we are going to be making the Cyclops Eyes. The story goes that Odysseus was coming back from the Trojan War, where he had fought a long, hard battle. And the gods were very angry with him, and so they had made all these obstacles for him. And one of the obstacles is where he gets stranded on Polyphemus' island, which is a Cyclops. And he has to trick the Cyclops to be able to escape. Him and his men end up hiding underneath the lamb or the sheep's bodies to try to get out. But they also damage the Cyclops' eyes. So today we are going to go ahead and we are going to make the eye.
To get started, you're going to need your sheet of paper. Then you're going to need a black marker, and you're going to need another color for your eyes. So crayons or markers, as well as a pair of scissors.
With a regular piece of copy paper. If you have origami paper, that is fine too, but we're going to make it into a square. So we have to go ahead and fold it over like this, and we want to get rid of this extra spot. We can then cut it, or we can tear it, however. This is perfect because we have our first crease. Now we need to fold this over to this side here. And we have a crisscross shape. We're going to want to bring this corner down here like this. We want to make sure our lines are going to be crisp and clean. We then can open this up, bring this corner down to this line here, fold it over, and then make one more line where this would be. And it should bring us right to the middle. We'll do the same on this side. So now our piece should look like this. We're going to want to take this time to open it up, and we're going to want to draw our eye in here. Now you can do it however you want. You can make it a nice normal eye, like this one here. If you wanted to put eyelashes on, you could draw your eyelashes. You can make eyelashes out of some black paper, or you could even make it like a monster's eye. We then need to draw a pupil, and you're going to want to color that in. And then you're going to want to go ahead and color in your eye. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just going to want to try to color it in. You can blend it. You can get all kinds of artsy with it if you want. You can use a marker, colored pencil. If you have pastels, you could do that. Whatever you want to do, whatever you have around the house, not a big deal. So there's my eye. We're going to fold this stuff back up, and then we're going to want to flip it over. So you're going to want to take this corner, you're going to want to fold it into the center, and you're going to want to do the same thing on this side. Sometimes the corners are a little tricky for that, to help that. You're going to want to make that nice and crisp. So now we're going to want to take this corner and this corner, or this corner here and this corner here, we're going to want to fold it down like this. It looks a little odd, but that's what it's supposed to be like. Because on this side we're going to do the same thing, like this. You're going to want to make these crisp because it's going to be easier when you go to blink your eye. Because you're going to want to hold them like this. That's what we're trying to do. So it's going to be a nice little mark right here. We're going to then do that to the other side. You're going to want to use that point and that point to fold. You're going to do the same here with this. You're going to want to fold it. So now we'll put them together like this, and then we'll flip it over and it should blink. If you wanted to go ahead and add your eyelashes, this would be a good time to do that.
For our next activity that goes with our bonus pack, we're going to do a mosaic vase, and so we're mixing two art mediums. So mosaics are when you take little bits of things that you have left over at your house, and we're going to use paper this time. And then vases are one of the most popular objects that archaeologists have found in Greece, and so we've learned a lot from the paintings that are on them and what they do in everyday life, and they were very functional to hold water and other household items. So to get started, you should have 2 sheets of this plastic paper. One should have an outline on it of a vase, and one should just be blank. And then you should have a whole bunch of little pieces of tissue paper. And so you're going to peel the back of the clear paper that has the vase on it, and you're going to just take off so that it's sticky. And what you can do is lay it on the table, and you're going to stick your pieces directly on it. We're just sticking our pieces of paper on our vase, and you can do it either sporadic or you can line them up in a row. And you don't have to cover the whole thing if you don't want to. And you want to try to get it as flat as you can. Do a little more green. So remember, when you're making mosaics, you can really just find odds and ends around your house and then glue them together on paper or on leftover cereal boxes. So this is going to be a window cling, so when it comes through the window, you'll see all the light of the different colors, sort of like a stained glass window. So we're doing a mixture. Okay, so after you have a lot of your vase ready, then you're going to peel off your other sheet of clear film, and you're just going to stick it on top. Maybe. There we go. So you're going to stick it on top, making sure that it covers up your vase. And then you're going to cut out your vase. You can see our finished product in the window.
Today we're going to be making catapults. The Greeks were some of the first people who ended up inventing catapults. Catapults originally were like shooting arrows. The ones that we are doing today are going to be shooting more like boulders or other things. What we need first is we're going to need some popsicle sticks, some spoons, some rubber bands, and some pom-poms. If you don't have pom-poms, you can use whatever you have around the house, like a marshmallow or anything. First, we're going to be getting our popsicle sticks that the library is providing for you. You're going to want about 5 of them. You're going to want to take a rubber band. You're going to want to secure one end of it. Doesn't matter if they're all like in order right now, because you can, once you get your rubber band on, you can then straighten them up a little bit. You're going to want to take another rubber band on the other end and tighten them up together. So we have a nice little stack like we have here. We're then going to, and if you want to decorate your popsicle sticks, you could do that. We have small ones here, I have bigger ones here, but you can decorate them. You could put markers on, mark them up, you can write your name on them. We're going to then place our 2 popsicle sticks like this. We need to connect the ends together. So we're going to take another rubber band. So this would be our 3rd rubber band. And we're going to want to just tighten that end together. So now we have it connected on one end, and we can open it up like this. We're going to then slide it between these 2 here, straighten it up, and we're going to take a rubber band and we're going to do a cross section and connect it to our stack of 5. Things move around, but you're going to have your one cross section like that there. We're going to then do the other side. Like this. So it's nice and sturdy. We are then going to want to take our spoon and attach it to our top popsicle stick. This could be a little tricky because you're trying to get it around 2 different things. So you might need an extra hand, or so on. Once you get your spoon on there, you're going to want to push it down. You can extend it so it's a lot farther out. You can make it shorter. Then you can like see how far you're going to be able to launch your popsicle stick. Maybe you want to throw another rubber band on the bottom to make it secure. You're going to want to then go ahead and get your pom-pom, and then you're going to want to find a target. So we're going to use our little castle here, and we're going to see if we can try to launch it. Oh, I'm going to pull it out. Whoops, that hit me. So you're going to want to maybe play around with that and figure out what you can do to make this a little bit better.
Goodbye from the Greek Isles.
Thank you for joining us from the Elmore and Genoa Library, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Superhero Day.